Hello and welcome to the Chucast. This is Hartou, and today we'll be going over our draft for the NPL Tryout tournament from Minor Season 6, Major Season 9. Will the Brave Birds climb to the top once again? Will skill and creativity be enough? Let's get right into the draft. So the draft was a points draft with a budget of 115 points, with each coach having to draft 9 to 12 Pokemon, with 25 points to distribute for Z Pokemon. We're the 14th pick in the C draft. Because we received such a late pick in the draft, we are unable to draft popular Pokemon such as Tapu Koko and Celesteela, so I decided to draft some strong Pokemon that I've rarely used, as I wanted to have fun and continue to learn some more Pokemon. So yes, I did try to draft a lot of Pokemon that I haven't used or have rarely drafted in the past. So let's get into it and hope to not regret our choices. So with our first pick, I definitely wanted this Pokemon because I haven't had a lot of success with it. It's such a strong Pokemon, and I really wanted to be successful with it. So the first pick for the Baltimore Brave Birds draft is CB, the Zygarde 50%, a strong Dragon Ground type introduced in Generation 6. I was given a big buff in Generation 7 thanks to the introduction of 1000 Arrows. Zygarde is a nice bulky Pokemon with 108 HP, 121 defense, and 95 special defense, allowing it to take resisted and neutral hits really well. It's got decent offense of 100 attack, which when paired with its set of options such as Dragon Dance, allows it to become a big threat to teams that lack a bulky grass type. Although Zygarde's speed is somewhat mediocre at 95, after a +1 boost from Dragon Dance, this Pokemon is able to outspeed the likes of Mega Lopunny and Mega Manectric of Adamant, and Mega Alakazam of Jolly. Zygarde gets quite a bit of coverage to help deal with its counters such as Iron Tail for fairy types, such as Clefable, and Zen Headbutt for bulky fighting types such as Buzzwole. It gets a decent support move pool as well, including moves such as Haze, Pain Split, the obligatory Toxic, and Glare. I definitely think Zygarde 50% is a very solid round 1 pick. Let's hope I don't regret picking it up. Our next Pokemon that we decided to get was one of our CPL Pokemon that I have been thoroughly enjoying so far. I believe it fits with our Zygarde 50% pickup in the first round. So we decided to grab Spectrum, the Clefable. Arguably one of the best Pokemon in League format. This Pokemon is so amazing, its stats being the only mediocre thing about Clefable, honestly. And Clefable's stats aren't anything to scoff at either. 95 HP, 73 defense, and 90 special defense do allow it to take most neutral hits comfortably. The defenses may not be great for a wall, but the abilities more than make up for it. Unaware allowing it to ignore stat boost from the opposing Pokemon, and Magic Guard allowing Clefable to ignore passive damage, such as Toxic and Hazards. Clefable has 95 special attack, which I always praise defensive Pokemon for having decent offensive stats. This Pokemon can do so many things: Cosmic Power Wincon, Calm Mind, Cleric, Magic Guard Life Orb, Rocker. This thing can almost guarantee rocks every game. I really like Clefable as a Pokemon. It's just so fucking fantastic, my guy. I think Clefable is an amazing pairing with Zygarde, as they're both bulky and can still do so much to opposing teams. I'm very glad I picked Clefable, and I definitely think I'll have a lot of success with it. Our next Pokemon that we drafted is an extremely strong setup sweeper that we have been drafted since our injured Pika run. I had quite a bit of success with this Pokemon before, and I thought now would be a good time to see if I can have the same success from before. So we picked up Redmat, the Thunderous Incarnate. I was going to draft Zapdos to make a bulky pairing with Clefable, however, unfortunately it was sniped by Scrappy. But it wasn't all too bad, as there was a bounty of electric flying types to choose from. Thundurus is a very strong Pokemon with 125 special attack and 115 attack, which makes it extremely powerful without any boost. It also gets access to Nasty Plot and Bulk Up to boost those stats even further, making it even scarier. With Z access, this Pokemon is a total powerhouse to most teams. Being able to knock out certain checks with a boosted Z move is insane. Thundurus' speed is also very good at 111 speed, allowing it to beat out Pokemon like the Lottie Twins, Mega Gallade, Gartana, etc. The defenses are lackluster, but it is an offensive Pokemon by nature, so I will not be needing to take too many attacks. Thundurus also gets Volt Switch, which allows me to gain momentum and go into the respective mon against what is in front of me. Lastly, Prankster allows this Pokemon to prevent some sweeps with Thunder Wave, and Defiant allows this Pokemon to threaten a lot of defoggers. I've loved using Thundurus in the past, and I think I'll use this thing well in this tournament. Moving on, next up we decided to pick up Antoine the Conkeldurr, a very powerful yet slow physical Pokemon. Conkeldurr is a very scary Pokemon with its base 140 attack, allowing it to deal quite a bit of damage to even Pokemon that resist its stab. Conkeldurr also has respectable bulk for an offensive Pokemon with 105 HP, 95 defense, and 65 special defense, allowing it to live certain attacks and hit right back with a strong stab move. Conk may only have 45 speed, but Clefable gets Trick Room, so I'm all set on that front. This Pokemon hits like an absolute truck with its 3 abilities, Guts, Sheer Force, and Iron Fist, boosting its already strong-ass moves. This Pokemon is a solid breaker for late-game win cons such as Zygarde and Thundurus. Also, this Pokemon gets some nice coverage such as Ice Punch for Dragons, Earthquake for Poison types, and Knockoff for Psychic and Ghost types. I definitely think Conkeldurr was an amazing pick with my 3 previous Pokemon, and I hope Conk can punch some holes in teams. So next, we decided to draft the King of Defog himself, Justin the Empoleon. Empoleon is a respectable defensive Pokemon with 84 HP, 88 defense, and 101 special defense. But sadly, it does not get reliable recovery like Roost, so it must rely on staying healthy with leftovers recovery most of the time. It also has good offensive stats of 111 attack and 111 special attack and 86 attack. Its setup options are limited, but is able to boost its offensive stats and its 60 speed stat with moves such as Sword Stance and Agility. Its abilities are very nice, being Torrent, which boosts its offensive stats by 1.5 when using a Water-type move, while the Pokemon is at 1/3 HP or lower, and Defiant, which boosts Empoleon's attacks 2 stages when one of its stats is lowered. This Pokemon has access to Stealth Rocks and Defog, so it is able to control hazards decently well, but without recovery, Empoleon will be worn down too much over the course of the game to always be reliable in scenarios. Lastly, Empoleon also gets nice coverage such as Ice Beam and Grass Knot for resistances like Suicune and Thunder's there. I'm hoping Empoleon pairs well defensively with this team. So, next up, I wanted to draft another fast setup sweeper, so I decided to draft Teeny the Mega Houndoom. Very strong and fast special attacker with 140 special attack and 115 speed. This Pokemon is so damn strong with its special attack, which in combination with the ability Solar Power makes this Pokemon almost impossible to switch into. With access to Nasty Plot, this Pokemon can boost its already insane-ass special attack, killing almost anything with just Flamethrower in the sun. Also, at 10 points, how could I pass this Pokemon up? It's so fucking strong. Mega Houndoom is a nice addition to the team, as it handles most of the Pokemon that Zygarde and Thundurus do not like to face, as a sun-boosted fire move is doing a million to those Pokemon. Dark Stab helps to deal with Pokemon that are immune to fire stabs, such as Heatran, and Hidden Powers help deal with Pokemon that somehow don't fall over to fire or dark moves, such as Mega Camerupt. I definitely think Mega Houndoom will be a very good addition to the team. With the seventh pick of our draft, I wanted to give Mega Houndoom the sun it deserves, so I decided to draft Brett the Ninetales. Ninetales is a mediocre fire type with offensive stats of 76 attack and 81 special attack with an average speed of 100. Ninetales' defenses are all not great, are not all great either, with 73 HP, 75 defense, and 100 special defense. However, Ninetales is able to boost its special attack with Nasty Plot and Calm Mind, so it's not all bad. Ninetales also gets a decent amount of coverage, which when paired with the access to Z-moves, allows it to do substantial damage if I bring Z Ninetales. Ninetales also gets access to Flame Charge to boost its speed. Lastly, Ninetales gets a semi-decent support move pool, including Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Roar, and Toxic. I think providing Sun for Mega Houndoom for 8 turns with Heat Rock is definitely worth a pick, and I hope Ninetales will work on my team. With a Bird's 8th pick of the seed draft, we decided to get Pure the Frostlass, a fast, supportive Ice Ghost type Pokemon. Frostlass's main role is to get up spikes, as it can do it decently well with its speed. Frostlass's stats are not great except for its 110 speed, with 70 in all of its bulk and 80 in its offensive stats, meaning it isn't taking or dealing much damage. Frostlass has a good supportive move pool, however, including the likes of Spikes, Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Destiny Bond, and Aurora Veil plus Hail. I think this Pokemon supports a lot of the offensive Pokemon on my team, giving them hazards that chip down certain defensive Pokemon that I may struggle with. I think it does that job really nice at the point cost it was, being 8th. It was a good supportive addition to the team, and I'm hoping it does well in this tournament. The next pick we decided to get was JT the Hitmontop, as I wanted to grab a solid defensive Rapid Spinner, and Hitmontop fits that bill the best with its point cost. Arguably a very decent spinner, as it gets access to Intimidate paired with its stats of 50 HP, 95 defense, and 110 special defense, which makes it quite a bulky Pokemon that can take some super effective attacks nicely. I desperately needed more removal on this team, as Empoleon's default just wasn't going to cut it through removal, with a team that was so bothered by hazards. Hitmontop's coverage is decent, as it gets Stab, EQ, Stone Edge, etc., which can't be very abused with its only 95 attack stat. However, I don't need Hitmontop to fulfill an offensive role, so it should be perfectly fine. 70 speed is also not terrible, although it can't abuse Trick Room or outspeed anything really important, sadly. I think Hitmontop should do well on this team as a defensive Pokemon pairing with Clefable and Empoleon, though. So our next pick, we decided to pick up Nada the Musharna, a bulky Psychic type that I believe pair well with our defensive Pokemon so far. With its 116 HP, 85 defense, and 95 special defense. This Pokemon is eating hits for days, coupled with its recovery in Moonlight. Although it may be slow, it gets Trick Room so that it can support our Slowcon Kelder well. Musharna's 107 special attack paired with the ability to Calm Mind can be terrifying to some teams, as Musharna gets quite a bit of coverage, such as Energy Ball for bulky water types, Shadow Ball for ghost types, and Signal Beam for grass types. Musharna gets a good support move pool, including moves such as Thunder Wave, Screens, Heal Bell, Healing Wish, and Magic Coat. At a cost of 6 points, I think Musharna was an amazing pickup, and I'll love to use this Pokemon for the first time. Next, we started to dip into the really low-tier Pokemon as we decided to pick up Kylo, the Victory Bell, a Grass-type Sun Abuser with offensive stats of 105 attack and 100 special attack. Its ability Chlorophyll paired with Victory Bell's 70 speed allows it to outspeed the likes of Mega Alakazam with Modest or Adamant, and outspeed Pokemon like Scarf Kartana if jolly or timid. Victory Bell also is able to boost its offensive stats with Swords Dance and even Growth if I'm in the sun. Victory Bell's defensive capabilities are also pretty nice with its defensive stats of 80 HP, 65 defense, and 70 special defense, paired with its recovery of Morning Sun Synthesis or Strength Stat. Victory Bell's coverage is also very nice with Leech Life for Psychic types and recovery, Knockoff for Ghost types, and Wither Ball for a Fire type move under Sun. Also paired with the access to Z moves can really hurt a lot of teams. I think Victory Bell is a good low tier pick for 2 points, and I hope I can be creative with it. Last, and definitely least, the man, the myth, the legend, who hates every single good Pokemon alive, Killua the Golduck. So Golduck, why did I draft this thing? It's 1 point and gives me a Cloud 9 Water type Pokemon to help against opposing Fire types if I give them the Sun. Its stats are very mediocre all around, with its defenses being 80 HP, 78 defense, and 80 special defense, meaning it isn't taking too many neutral hits, especially since it doesn't get reliable recovery. Its offensive stats are really meh at 82 attack and 95 special attack. Luckily, I guess, Golduck gets Calm Mind to be able to boost its special attack and special defense. I'm hoping with Z-moves this Pokemon might be a tad stronger and maybe even a little bit of a threat to some teams. Its other ability, Swift Swing, means I can set up rain for myself and reliably outspeed most of the metagame even if they're Scarf. I'm not expecting this thing to do too much or even come to many games. I just drafted this thing for the possibility of a semi-bulky Pokemon to stop fire types in the sun. So that's going to be our draft for the NPL Tryout tournament. Zygarde 50%, Clefable, Z Thundurus Incarnate, Conkeldurr, Empoleon, Mega Houndoom, Z Ninetales, Frostlass, Hitmontop, Musharna, Z Victory Bell, and Z Golduck. Let's hope we can do well in this tournament. Our draft pool consists of some people I have no idea about, so I'm a bit afraid. But hope you all enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe, and if you want to see more... Wait, no. I messed up my outro. Fuck. Comment, rate, subscribe. It really helps the channel, and if you want to see more, you know where to look. Bye-bye.